Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry, the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are on location at the MDC Training Center for the MDC Learn and Earn program. And we're going to be interviewing one of our students, that are taking part in the Learn and Earn, and Mr. Emmet Spaeth. Hi, Emmet. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, what do you think of the boot camp so far?
It's pretty interesting. There's a lot to take in.
Yes. Now, tell us a little about where you're from. Now, what school are you going to?
I go to the University High School of Science and Engineering in Hartford.
Uh-huh. Now, are you a senior?
No, I'm going into my junior year.
You're into your junior year. Okay, good. Now, how did you get selected for participation in this program?
I heard about it one day and thought, you know what? I'm going to need a summer job. Why not apply here?
It works. It's a great program that the MDC has initiated quite a few years back, and it's basically a way of introducing young students about careers within the water industry. We have careers here, and as you've seen in touring all of the departments, what department did you find most interesting?
So far I found the water treatment at the West Hartford Reservoir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was cool. You know, the West Hartford Reservoir, that was the that is the largest slow sand filter in the northern hemisphere. So and it's still operational. That thing was brought online in the early 1900s. So it's still working. It's doing a great job and so forth. We're going to get a chance to go see Reservoir 6, which is a little bit more of a modern technology and so forth. But that's it all goes into making clean drinking water. What did you? Any particular things that stuck out as far as processes at the treatment plant?
Well, first of all, when we went to the actual treatment plant itself, they were cleaning out one of the filters and replacing the sand.
Yeah.
And we got to go down inside it.
Yeah.
And just the size of a single filter.
Yes.
Was truly amazing.
It's massive. It's massive. Those each filters, I think it's 1 acre. So 1 acre is 200 by 200. It's huge. As far yeah, it's great. Now, any other departments? I know we went down to see customer service. We went down to the customer service center, but also the utility service down there, and you can see the amount of occupations and jobs within this water umbrella, both on the water and wastewater side. So, one of the things that we're trying to do is we're experiencing, as well as a lot of other industries, a kind of a brain drain, because a lot of people like us like me are going to be retiring. So that's going to be paramount in refilling that pipeline and getting younger personnel to fill our ranks. Could you see yourself as a career in the water industry?
Yeah. I remember when we took a trip down to HQ. I was really interested in the GIS people. They had some very interesting stuff.
Yeah, GIS, Geographic Information System, has been around a while, but it's becoming more complex. And they always say picture's worth 1,000 words. And when you start to look at how our industry has evolved from all of those maps and so forth being basically in a paper book, and then taking all of that information and putting it in a digital format, which makes it manipulative, is great, because not only can you find out, at a touch of a glance, a click of a mouse, the areas that you're dealing with, and you don't have to go flipping through books and pages and trying to correlate service numbers with the actual addresses wherever the house is. Now, the MDC has 8 member towns, so they supply water for 8 member towns and approximately 400,000 customers. So it's quite a daunting task when you're dealing with clean potable water, both on the wastewater side and the clean water side. It's a huge system. They have to maintain it, and the other departments I know we dealt with, the command center as far as on the emergency on-call place. That's something that happens 24/7. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, that was quite the operation. I know when we went, we walked in, heard an alarm go off. They were talking about it, heard another alarm go off, and they were fixing problems the whole time we were there.
Yep, and that monitors all the pump houses and treatment plants throughout their district. So whether it's in West Hartford, whether it's in South Windsor, or here in Hartford, Rocky Hill, they have pump stations all around, and all of those alarms are centered back to the command center. So when those alarms come in, that obviously that command center's manned 24/7, 365 days a year. So it's you got to be on top of this stuff, going from there. So what are you studying in as far as school? Tell us a little bit about the Science Academy that you're into.
Well, it's a STEM-based school.
Yep.
So we do a lot of mathematics classes.
Okay.
A lot of engineering and kind of like your biology, chemistry classes.
Okay. And why did you choose that? Now, what were your options when you were picking a high school?
Yeah. I could have applied to almost any of the magnet schools in Hartford.
Uh-huh.
I chose that one because it has a robotics program.
Uh-huh.
And I was interested in that. I actually learned to program, and so I am part of that robotics team, and I program the robots.
Nice. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to hook up with Mr. Lashane over here. He's into robotics also, as far as that goes. So and talk offline. But yeah, programming is it's interesting. You can things do a lot. In fact. Philip is working on programming a camera slider for us, so we can do some of these pictures, and the camera would actually move remote control, back and forth. So he's working on getting that. You can talk to him about that. So be all set. So, all right. Well, we've got a lot more coming this week as far as the. Getting out to Reservoir 6. We're going to be going out to Barkhamsted and looking at the dams, also looking at the watersheds as far as that goes. And now Friday, I believe you guys are going to be embedded in a department. Do you have a choice as far as in relation to what department you'd like to be embedded in?
Right now, the GIS.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's where I want to be.
That sounds like a plan. So, all right. Well, good. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thanks for sitting down in our podcast. We're going to get this thing up and do some post-processing and to go from where. So, there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the careers that you didn't know about in the future of the water and wastewater industry. And this is Mr. Emmet Spaeth, and he is one of our Learn and Earn interns here at the MDC. So we're going to be doing some more interviews, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are here live on location at the Metropolitan District Commission's Learn and Earn program here at the Training Center in Hartford. And with us is Mr. Javier Salazar from Hartford Public High School. Javier, I'm sorry. Duh. Sorry about that, Javier. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. So, how do you like the program so far?
It's an experience.
It is. Okay. How did you hear about the program?
I was recommended it by a staff member in my school.
Okay.
Because one of my family members, a cousin, was actually part of the district or
Did he work for the district?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, when you got here, was it something you expected? Something you didn't expect?
No, because I did a lot of research before coming, so I knew what I was jumping into.
Oh, okay.
Ahead of time.
Okay. Now, so far, the departments that we've been visited and so forth. We've done customer service, we did the training center, we did the command center. What piqued your? What did you find interesting?
The command center.
Command center. Okay. You're the second one. All right. Emmet thought the same thing. Okay. Now, what about what did you think that was cool about that?
I don't. I just like the experience as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, all right. Well, the MDC, as far as looking at the vast majority of careers that are available under the water umbrella. I mean, we've got both the water and the wastewater side. You've got everything from treatment plant operators to managers to GIS people to engineers. You've got meter readers. You've got folks that go out and mark out for the call before you digs, HR and so forth. So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities to go from there. Plus, with MDC serving water to 8 district towns, they've got a lot of balls in the air, and they have to monitor and make sure the system is operating properly, and any alarms that come in, as you saw, they funnel into the command center. That is again manned 24/7, 365 days a year. So there's a lot going on to keep everything up and running. We went out to the West Hartford treatment plant. What'd you think of that?
I really like that.
Yeah.
I like going out and seeing. I like seeing things visually, so
Yep.
like the experience of going out and seeing it was nice.
Yeah. Well, again, that's what I was telling Emma before. That's one of the oldest. That is the oldest slow sand filter plant in the northern hemisphere, and you got to walk down into the filter beds. They're massive,
Yeah.
and so forth. When you can physically, lower a John Deere tractor down inside of them, and and till up, the filter bed and so forth. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go there. As far as the looking at, now what year are you in at Hartford Public?
I'm gonna be a senior this year.
You're going to be a
Like,
senior. Okay, cool.
starting year.
Now, occupation-wise or career-wise, where you're looking?
Welding trade school.
Cool.
I'm really interested in like
Nice.
welding.
Well, we need trades. We need trades, and there's plenty of work here. I mean, we have welders that work at the MDC. That's all they do. Welding pipes, welding tanks, welding. Whatever.
Interesting.
Fixing equipment. When plows break or whatever breaks and so forth. Now, have you been exposed to any welding?
I haven't actually.
Okay, because I mean, welding, that's a whole science now with, stick welding, and then you get into plasma and welding, metal, aluminum, stainless steel. So it all has different caveats that you start doing, so forth. Have you done any welding?
No, but I'm very interested in like doing it.
Cool, nice. What classes are you taking in school now?
Like this year?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really remember things like painting.
Okay.
We don't offer interesting class. Just the basics, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, your math and
Yeah.
math and sciences. Okay,
What's
nice.
that class called?
So
Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Taking chemistry this
there
year.
we go. Now you usually
That's something I'm like very excited about.
Oh, chemistry.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of chemistry here too.
I heard.
We're going to be visiting the labs up at Reservoir 6. You're going to see, presentations by Robin. She's been up there, and she does all of the lab samples and testing and so forth. And it's quite involved. She does hundreds of tests a week up there, and all of the results have to be documented. They have to register all those results and report them to the Department of Public Health. We're going to also be having a presentation from Bill Sullivan, who works for the Department of Public Health, is in charge of operator certification. So, as to become a water filtration operator or anything, so it's not a career that requires a college education. It requires a certification from the state, and but you can start off with that and get your foot in the door, so to speak, and the sky's the limit. You can move over, you can move up, and there's all kinds of things that would interest you. Looking at a lot of the other students here, I mean, we just did some presentations on, or working on some research on some waterborne pathogens. What waterborne pathogen did you pick?
I think it was coronavirus.
Coronavirus. That's a new one. Yeah, obviously.
No, not coronavirus. Salmonella. I apologize.
Oh, salmonella.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right. Salmonella. Okay. Because coronavirus is a new one that we put on there this year. Obviously, since the pandemic, that's something.
I noticed. I was like, it's an updated list.
Yeah, it is an updated list. Okay. Salmonella is one that's been around a long. So tell me a little bit when you're doing the research for salmonella. Tell me about salmonella.
It's very interesting. I really wanted to get into it because, like, I have a turtle, and like salmonella is commonly found in like reptiles.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like turtles and animals.
Oh, okay. Well, you'd be surprised. You know, when you're handling turtles and so forth, you can contract salmonella.
Yeah, if you're not washing your hands.
If you're not washing your hands and so forth, and and that's a lot of times in the food processing. You know, and working with food, if you're not careful, and you can contract salmonella, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah, no one likes stomach aches and
diarrhea and all that good stuff. Yeah. And they go from there. So anyway, all right, excellent. Well, that I just wanted to get your take on the water boot camp, what you thought, and enjoy the rest of the week. And what I guess Friday you guys are going to be embedded in departments. So what department do you think you might want to be embedded in?
Sewage, or like the waste.
The wastewater?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm really interested in that.
Awesome. Fact, we'll have to get Bruce down at the wastewater plant in Rocky Hill. He was looking for interns. We'll have to. In fact, he's supposed to come up here and do a podcast, so we're gonna have to give him.
Oh, really?
He'll be all excited.
Interesting.
To go from there. So anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Javier Salazar is in the house from Hartford Public, and one of our MDC Learn and Earn students. So Javier, thanks for sitting down and telling us a little about. Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, no worries. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode and so forth. We're at the Learn and Earn at the Metropolitan District in Hartford here. So we're going to get a few more interviews going, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are here live on location at the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn program. And we've got one of the guys that is helping to run this actual program, and he is doing a college internship. Mr. Alec Bairos. Hi, Alex.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing? How you? You're running a smooth ship here, man.
Yep, I'm trying to. I'm really trying to.
Excellent. So, Alex, tell us what school you're going to. I know you're going to up in New Hampshire.
Yes, sir. Yes, I go to University of New Hampshire up in Durham.
Yeah, and tell us a little about what you're majoring in.
All right, so I'm a junior, going into my junior year. I'm majoring in communication with a minor in business. Yeah, originally I had intentions of going into sales and marketing, but this internship is throwing me for a loop, Dave.
Okay, well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. So now, as far as how did you get involved, applying for the internship with MDC?
Right,
how did that come about?
So my mom actually has a friend who works in the industry and had mentioned how they were looking for interns. And it was around this time that I was looking for an internship for the summer. Yeah. And I thought, HR, I should definitely apply. It'd be a good experience, good look at the real world. I applied, interviewed, and they accepted me.
Here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
Man. All
Just
right.
like that.
So how many college interns do they have? I know.
So right now they have 16.
Okay.
Anything from forestry to HR to, engineering. All over the board. There's a guy that works at construction over at the Rozzi building. Okay. He's around the tunnel all day. We're everywhere. And that really just shows how huge the MDC is. Yeah. You got people who are wearing collars and people who are blue collars down in the tunnel doing stuff. So it's really impressive.
Now, when the interns apply, do you get a choice of what genre you want to work in, or is it basically they place you?
So actually, when they post all the job postings, there's HR intern, engineering intern.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they list every single one separately. I applied to a few different ones, but I had interviewed for the HR position.
Okay.
And that's what I got.
So you're working under Jamie?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Jamie Harlow, Cadian, all that, Felicia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie was one of my earlier interviewees.
Yeah,
on the podcast. That she's actually from Portland. So anyway, why did it open your eyes as far as the water industry?
So, like I said before, going into sales and marketing originally, and then seeing an operation like this, it was so eye-opening. Talking to these people that have been here for yourself in January, 50 years.
Yep, that's with town of Portland. Yeah.
Seeing the people, their loyalty to the company, their love for the industry and what they do, it really just makes me, reconsider what I myself want to do.
Okay.
It's just, I'm doing HR, but we talk to guys that, do work in the control room at, the plants, the wastewater plants. And for a second, I saw myself doing that. It's crazy.
Well, there's opportunities. There's no question about it, and there's no shortage of opportunities. I mean, the occupations are from soup to nuts. Like you say, from collars to suits to blue collars to hard hats and work boots.
Yeah.
So whatever your flavor and interest and so forth. And again, with the amount of depth that the district has, I mean, you're serving water and wastewater to 8 towns. Okay, you got to keep that operation running. So you need personnel, and like I say, you get it to the point where, and that's the purpose of my doing this podcast is, there's a lot of us that are getting ready to retire.
Yeah.
So we got to start getting some new blood and filling that pipeline.
Yep.
Go from there. I mean, working with what do you think so far of our batch of high school students?
I think these are some very smart individuals.
They are.
It's definitely a great opportunity for them, and I really hope they realize that. You guys do a great job, especially emphasizing how, not everybody goes to college.
Yep.
And half these kids don't want to go to college. And I hope that the kids that don't want to go to college see the opportunity here at the MDC. This is unlike no other. I envy them a little bit. I wish I had an opportunity like this. It's really cool what you guys are doing here.
Well, the hands-on opportunities offers a whole different complexion. When you're looking, I mean, you can, like I say, you can go to high school and take courses, and a lot of times, students are influenced by what their parents do, or what their parents are working in, or where they want them to be, and so forth. But to be able to experience and get hands-on on a variety of different topics, I think is invaluable, because a lot of times, as well as I do, you get going to college and you say, okay, I want to do this, and then you get a year into it and you start saying, I don't know if I want to do this.
Exactly.
And by that time, it's college is not cheap these days.
No.
You can come out of college with $60,000-$70,000, in student loans, and if you get going down a path that you may not want to do, that's it's tough. It's a tough nut to crack, and then all of a sudden you get to a point and you say, do you want fries with that?
Definitely, yeah. No, it's tricky. You can talk to, these high school kids. I don't know what I want to do, and then you can even talking to my friends sometimes, juniors in college. I'm unsure. This uncertainty of what you want to do. But at the same time, it's good. Keep your options open.
Yep.
Don't be closed off to anything. I think I was at one point closed off to, sales, marketing, business.
Yep.
And then I do one internship, and I'm interested in a whole range of things. I find.
It opens doors.
It definitely does.
And again, the experience of doing it, especially, mentoring some of the students, and you're doing a great job with the students.
Yeah, I know.
You're connecting with them, and it's a huge help to us.
Yeah.
Keeping everything on the rails.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes
I really do enjoy it. It's fun.
Sometimes when you're dealing with a lot of the high school students, it's sometimes you get into situations like herding cats.
Yeah.
But you guys, you do a great job,
Thank
and
you.
I think you've got the program. But MDC's been doing this for quite a few years now, and I think they should be applauded for making this commitment,
Yes.
and giving this opportunity to high school students. We have students from, a lot of the member towns, a lot of the member school systems, which are our STEM schools, Hartford Public, West Hartford, and it's a great, cross section of students of what they want to do, and hopefully it'll open up their eyes as far as that goes.
Yeah.
This is your first, and I've been asking all the students, what out of all the departments that you've seen so far, what interests you? What has turned your head a little bit?
Yeah. Jamie, don't kill me, but I don't think it's HR. When we went to the command center, and actually looked at the tight operation that they run there, I was interested. All the bells and whistles there. They're like the guys that make sure if something's going wrong, they're sending someone out to fix the problem. Even talking to Trevor over at West Hartford Filters. Seeing the stuff he does, running a tight ship. All these guys do. I think even GIS too, mapping. That was very interesting. Learning about the planes that they fly over at 1,000 to 500 feet in the air to just get a really high detailed image of the ground, so they can see, and then they draw the pipelines and all that stuff.
Well, picture's worth 1,000 words.
Oh my gosh!
It's funny you mentioned the command center. So both, I've had both Emmet and Javier before you, and both of them mentioned the
GIS,
command center and GIS.
Yeah.
So that is definitely has been a topic that kids are, wow, this is this is cool.
It is, yeah.
When you get to work with the technology and so forth. I was just telling those guys, when I got in the industry, it was nothing like a digital map. I mean, we had sketches that you drew on a piece of paper. Okay, this is the address, this is the service number, this is the meter. And you had to flip through books to go find it. Now it's basically everything is loaded into the computer, and boom, you can zoom in on anything. And
type in an address.
All the information is there, and it's amazing, and that's how technology moves. It's quick, and it's moving faster all the time.
Maybe that's why the younger generation's attracted to it. All the technology that we grew up around, especially these guys too. Even I'm asking them for help sometimes on technology. It makes me feel old.
Oh yeah, well I hear you. It's the more you think you know, the more you find out you don't know. Exactly. So going forward, we've got a couple more days. We're going to be going up to Reservoir 6, and then we're going to be going up to Barkhamsted and the dams and so forth. And I think Friday is the day that we embed the students. Is that
right? Yep. Send them off to their chosen destinations
and so forth. So now that selection process, who makes that selection process? You and
I think we're gonna have to break it down. We don't want all kids going to one area. We want to spread them out nicely. But definitely try and get their first or second choices of what they find the most interesting. I've been watching the kids, see how well they work with each other and how involved they are themselves, and we'll break it down that way. But it should be cool, man. This is an experience that I hope these kids are taking in, because it's the real world, and they're getting a taste of it at a very young age.
Yeah, well, Javier, who's my last interview, he's definitely interested in the wastewater side. So
really,
Bruce is going to be excited.
Not many.
As far as that goes. So So definitely, hopefully I got Bruce coming up here. We're going to do a podcast with him.
Good for him.
On the wastewater side.
Cool.
Like I say, there's careers both on the water side, the wastewater side, and everything in between.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
The support staff that makes this organization run. Between customer service, between you have the a full mechanic shop over there that keeps all of the MDC vehicles.
Everything.
The meter shop and so forth. So which works out good. So, all right, Mr. Alec Bairos, thank you so much for good luck. And how long does the internship last here for you?
So I will be finished on the 4th of August.
The 4th of August.
Yes, we have a presentation that we need to make, present in front of all the big dogs that work here.
Yeah. And in fact, that's for both the high schools and
Yep.
and that's going to be here. So, so what's on tap for now? Your senior year in college? No,
Junior. Going into my junior.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's the course load going to be like up there this year?
Shouldn't be too bad. I'm doing one extra class. I'm on track to graduate a semester early, which is good. Yeah. Should be the first semester of 25. 5 classes, a lot of communication-based classes, and then a few business, looking at, micro and macro economics, things like that.
Nice.
Taking a marketing class as well.
Okay.
Not too bad, nothing I can't handle.
That's good.
But yeah, on track to graduate early.
That's good, and then out into the real world.
Yes, the real world, as they say. Very exciting.
All right, Alec. Good luck in everything you do here, and thanks for all your help.
Yeah,
and,
it's a pleasure.
We'll land the ship Thursday or so, and get these kids out and go from there. So, and again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the careers you didn't know about. And Mr. Alec Bairos, is our college internship applicant that's working for the MDC and helping out with our high schools guys. So thanks again, Alex, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosmiski, and we are here at the Metropolitan District Learn and Earn program here at the MDC Training Center. And with us is one of our Learn and Earn students, Mr. Henry Torres from Wethersfield High School. How you doing, Henry?
I'm doing good, and you?
All right. So what do you think of the boot camp so far?
I like it.
Yeah. So what is it? What you thought it was going to be, or what you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what we've been into basically tour a lot of the departments so far. We've got a few more to go this week and so forth. So what piqued your interest so far?
I mean, I kind of like everything. You know?
Yeah. Okay. As far as careers looking forward, do you think you could? Work and develop something to work with the MDC?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. What classes, what interests do you have in high school now?
Like, what do you mean?
What classes are you taking in high school? Your math, sciences, and so forth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So now going forward, occupation-wise, what are you looking to do?
After high school?
Yeah.
Maybe going into the service, but like if I can't, pass, I'm thinking of taking my CDO.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, the careers in the water industry, you got a whole lot of opportunity here, and you don't necessarily have to go into college and so forth. And I think we talked about, as far as going into the military has programs that you can become water treatment plant operators and get involved that way, and that they'll you enlist and you'll get paid to do that and so forth. Come out of there with a skill and a trade and so forth, and you get paid to do it. So it's not a bad deal, as far as that. So what department? As far as when we went to the treatment plant, what would you like about the treatment plant?
Like where the water, I didn't know where the water goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you push the toilet.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people take that, water for granted. You take the situation, you open up your faucet and water comes out automatically. But there's a lot that goes on that make that happen. You have to, treat the water. You have to disinfect the water, make sure it's potable. So depending on where it's going, plus you got to get it to the house. As far as that, now where you live in Wethersfield?
Yep.
Okay. So you have city water.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on MDC. So, So getting it to the house, they've got a distribution system to maintain. The pipes that get it there, the pump stations that need to pump if you're on a higher elevation, and so forth. What'd you think of the command center?
I mean, everything.
Yeah. What did you like about the command center? I mean, they have, obviously all the alarms and so forth that are filtered through that. So anything that happens in the system, it sends an alarm there. They got to notify people, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get also, as far as that goes, if you're going with a CDL, commercial driver's license, they have truck drivers here. That's all they do is drive truck. That's all they do is operate, which is kind of cool. But getting that CDL, have you driven truck at all before?
No.
No? Okay. What kind of truck do you think you like to drive?
Maybe
tractor trailer?
Yeah.
Or tractor trailer?
Mhm.
Okay, so you need a Class A license for that versus a Class B. Class B. I've got a Class B, but it's not a Class A. I can't drive tractor trailer, but I can drive the big single jobs as far as that goes.
if I can't pass the CDL, maybe I might head to this direction.
Well, that's the thing. That's obviously even going this way, they will help you get your CDL here if you want to. So that's huge. They've got plenty of trucks for you to practice on. Go from there. So now, as far as so far the boot camp. With Professor Winterbottom, we did some cool exercises. What exercises stick out to you?
Well, I like the fact that we learned about water and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure. Because he does a lot of exercise. I mean, we did the about the pesticides and all of the chemicals and so forth that are treated, to produce and so forth, and that all has to be taken into consideration if you're, contaminating fields or that becomes in the watershed. One of the things that you're going to see when we go up to Barkhamsted and Reservoir 6 is the watershed, is where all of the water, it drains into the reservoir. So if that's not protected, you can get potential of contamination that comes into the reservoir and work it out from there. But it's all something, again, as a forester or as a watershed manager, that's all they do is they go out and inspect the watershed to make sure that nobody's dumping anything in the watershed, chemicals in the streams or, dumping drums of motor oil or something like that, as far as working on that. So anyway, okay. What we got coming up the end of this week, you're going to have to pick what department that you want to hopefully, work in and get embedded in. What are you thinking so far?
probably the West Hartford one or the Rocky Hill one.
The wastewater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Bruce will be happy. He's looking, or the West Hartford. You got Trevor up at the treatment plant up in West Hartford, so that'd be cool. That'd be good. So you get to work and see exactly what they do, and go from there. So, all right, Henry. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying it. Enjoy the rest of the week, and what we'll do is we got a couple more days and a couple more things to see, and hopefully, you can widen your horizons as far as that goes. So that'd be great. So thanks again. All righty. Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our episode with Mr. Henry Torres. He's in the house from Wethersfield High School and one of our Learn and Earn students here at the Metropolitan District MDC Learn and Earn program. So exposing high school students to careers in that water industry because we need some new blood in the industry. So that is all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are live here at the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn program. Okay, and we have another one of our students from Newington High School. Mm-hmm. Newington High School. All right, Miss Ella Webster. Hi, Ella. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, Tell us about what you think of the boot camp.
I think it's really interesting so far. I think it's really. I never knew how much like the water industry like encompassed. Like there's so much variety with jobs and stuff.
And out of all the tours that we've been, what kind of piques your interest as far as departments and portions of possible career opportunities within the industry?
I really like the engineering like areas, like the tunnel project.
Okay.
That was really cool to see that.
Yes. I'm hopefully I'm going to be getting Susan Negrelli down here, who was the head engineer on the tunnel project, to do a podcast with us and so forth. But that was one of her big jobs as far as that goes. And they do. There's a lot of engineering within the engineering. What did you think of the treatment plant?
Yeah, that was really cool too. Like I never really thought about where my water comes from, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing it was like kind of cool.
Obviously, in Newington, you have city water where you are, right? Okay, yeah. I mean, when you're dealing with a district of this size, you're dealing with 8 member towns, and population-wise, you're probably serving a population. I think it's around 400,000. That's huge, and people often take for granted, they open up their faucet and they expect water to come out, and it does, but there's a lot that goes behind making that happen.
Yeah.
What did you like about the treatment plant?
It was cool. I never like it was like a sand basement.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yes.
To think that that's where the water comes from. I never would have guessed that that's.
Well, that's the largest slow sand filter in the northern hemisphere, and that was brought online in the early 1900s. So, and that it is still operational. It still works. Conventionally, we're going to go see another treatment plant, I think tomorrow, which is going to be up at Reservoir 6, which is a lot newer technology. But by the same token, that still works, and you don't realize how many acres that those sand filters take up. You're going to see filters up in Reservoir 6 that are, a portion of the size that those filters are in West Hartford. Yeah. What'd you think of the engineering and the command center?
Yeah, that was cool too. Yeah, it was like a spaceship almost with all the TVs.
Yep. Well, when you get to a point where you have issues within those systems, you're monitoring a lot of area between treatment plants, pump stations, all of the processes that go on within the treatment plants and so forth, and all of those treatment facilities have alarms. So if any of those alarms go out, and somebody's in that command center 24/7, 365 days a year, you get to the point where you go, you got to let people know. You got to fix it. So going forward, what department coming Thursday? You're going to have to pick a department where you want to be embedded. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm going to keep an open mind, but I think I'm leaning towards the engineering department.
Nice. Okay. What do you, as far as in relation to GIS or a lot of the design portions, what are you looking for?
I'm not entirely sure yet. The GIS was really cool.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah, a lot of the GIS stuff is technology that's been around a while, but it's being implemented more and more. And I was telling some of the other students, when I got into the industry, a lot of those maps and so forth, the drawings were all on pieces of paper you brought out of a file cabinet or a book, and so forth, to try to find out where your water shutoff is in the street, or your water shutoff for your particular house is, and so forth. Do you know where your water meter is in your house?
I actually do not. Actually, I think I was talking about it with my dad the other day, and I think it's in the front somewhere.
Is it inside the house? Do you have a basement?
Yeah.
Okay, is it in the basement?
I'm not sure.
Okay. It's usually probably on the front wall in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay, so and that's a good thing to know where it is, because God forbid you had any kind of problem with water leaking inside your house. You could go down to that water meter. There should be a shut-off valve on that water meter and shut off the water. So you might want to make that part of your homework assignment to go home and find out where your water meter is and where your main valve is, because if something happens, you can go down and shut that off. A lot of times there's a pipe break, or we've had situations where we've had to go into houses, somebody's knocked a pipe off the wall, or broke a toilet, and the toilet's running up on the second floor of the house, and the water's running down through the first floor and through the second floor. So you get to a point where it's a ruh-roh. Yeah. And it makes a mess. It makes a lot of damage. So career-wise, I know, what year are you in high school now?
I'm going to be a senior.
You're going to be a senior. Have you looked at any colleges yet?
Yeah, we've looked at a few.
And what colleges have you looked at?
Mostly like in Massachusetts and stuff. I've been to some because I have a twin sister, who's also like looking to go to college. So we've been to quite a few between the both of us.
Okay, what is the names of some of the colleges you?
We visited UConn and UHeart.
Okay.
Went to WPI as well.
Okay.
And RPI.
RPI. Okay, nice. Did you look at UConn, the main campus, or Storrs campus, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So what curriculum do you think you're going to major in?
Probably something in the engineering field.
Okay.
Not entirely sure what specific area.
Well, I mean, all of those schools, WPR and RTIs, are excellent schools for that type of thing. So that's good. What's your sister into?
She's into more like, she really likes video games, so she likes like the game design and like computer programming and whatnot.
Yes. I have my daughter-in-law is into programming games. She designs games. She works with gamers to design accessibility for handicapped people. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, she does it for, if somebody's colorblind or somebody's has hearing impairment or speech impediment. Okay, she designs a way that they can enjoy the games. Whether it's blind, if you can't see or you can't hear. So she designs. She's big into game accessibility. Because they want to play games too. Mm-hmm. That's good. So anyway, all right, great. I tell you what, let's wrap it up there. What we can do is, again, enjoy. Now that we know that you're kind of leaning towards engineering, that's good. What would be your second choice?
The water treatment plant with Trevor.
Oh, okay, Trevor. Yeah, up at West Hartford. Yes, yeah. There's a lot of opportunities up there as well. So anyway, all right. That should do it. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up this episode. Okay, of the careers you didn't think about and the future of the water and wastewater industry. And with us in the house is Miss Ella Webster. So, Ella, thank you. Good luck on your senior year. And consider a job in the water industry.
I will.
Thank you. Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. And we are, again, on location here at the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn program. And basically with us is one of our students. Saba, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Okay. What school do you go to, Saba?
I go to University High School of Science and Engineering.
Aha. Now, what made you pick that high school?
I don't know. It has like really good university options.
Okay.
And very good classes. So.
Okay. And where are you kind of leaning career-wise? What are you looking at?
I'm thinking engineering.
Engineering. Okay. So what do you think of the boot camp as we are getting into our second week of boot camp? What has sparked your interest?
It's very interesting so far. I think what I liked the most was the engineering part of it. Again.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. So again, looking forward, it's towards the end of the week as we start to look at working with the department. Do you think engineering might be one of your first choices?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Any specific type of engineering you're into, as far as that? Electrical, mechanical.
Electrical, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. They've got electrical engineers here. Okay. As you can see, what other aspects that we toured that kind of piqued your interest?
I think the construction was also fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of when you talk about the over on the tunnel project and so forth, that's a huge project, and again, dealing with a lot of consultants, engineers, and so forth. That was something that was kind of larger than a project that the MDC could handle in-house, so they had to bring on a lot of consulting engineers to get that project going. As you know, that the tunnel was 4.5 miles going from here to West Hartford. Wow, so now looking at getting into the water filtration plant out there, what'd you like about that?
Which one?
The water treatment plant out as far as the in West Hartford.
That was also nice. Yeah, I'm still getting ready to see the other ones too.
Yeah. Well, we had the wastewater plant on Friday, right? So that was cool. You get to a point where, and that's one of the nice things with MDC. You're dealing both on the wastewater side and the clean water side, to where you're providing it and then you're helping get rid of it, and doing that. Looking at working with a lot of the guys here at MDC, you can see they have a lot of passion in their work. Did you get that sense when?
Yeah, definitely, because everybody was having fun doing what they wanted to do.
Yeah. And as you can see, most of them have been here for many years, so which is bodes well for the the longevity. It's a secure industry. The employment here is you're very well paid. You get excellent benefits, so there's a lot of loyalty, both on the employee side and on the employer side. So that's one of the things looking potentially at careers going forward, where you're going to have that security, where you're going to have the benefits, to the point where a lot of the, industry today, there's, is very corporate, and sometimes you don't get that loyalty, on the employer side. Everything is a number in the bottom line. But, with the MDC, as you're dealing with both, like I say, water and wastewater, and there's the guys here have a lot of pride in what they do, What kind of classes are you taking in high school now?
I'm not really sure of my schedule fully yet, but I'm going with biotech this year, I think.
Okay.
And pre-calc.
Okay.
And some other engineering classes, and I think an art class too.
Oh, okay. All right. So are you good at math?
I'm decent, I would say, yeah.
Well, in the water industry, there's a lot of math, and so forth, especially if getting certified. But in the water industry here, as you've seen, a lot of to get into it, to be a treatment plant operator, you don't need to go to college. So have you looked at any colleges yet?
Yeah, not really yet.
Not really yet. Yeah. Have you thought about some colleges that what?
I'm thinking maybe UConn, but because my brother already goes there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
What's he studying?
He's going for business.
He's in for.
Yep.
No, is he on the Stores campus?
Wait, what? Sorry?
Is he on the Stores campus, the main campus at Stores, or is he at the Hartford campus?
I think in Stores, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because they also have a Hartford campus. So yeah. So he's going for business. So then you're going to go for engineering, huh?
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's good. Anyway, getting on a personal, what kind of music do you like?
That's interesting. I guess rap.
You like rap? Okay. What are some of the artists that you're listening to?
I don't really listen to much music, but
Dre, Eminem, well, you know.
yeah, Drake's good.
Drake's
I
good?
listen to him sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't really have any specifics that I like. So
Okay, all right. What kind of food do you like?
food.
Yeah, if you got stuck on a desert island, what food could you eat every day?
Mm,
It's not that hard.
steak.
Steak. All right. You're a meat and potato guy, huh? All right. Steak. How do you like your steak done? Well, or medium or rare?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Ah, there you go. I got a little pink there. There, for sure, for sure. All right. Fantastic. Saba, thank you so much. We're just trying to get an idea of what students are interested in and to go from there. But I hope you're enjoying the boot camp. And again, from a standpoint of careers, please, there's a lot of careers in this industry, and it would be great to consider, keeping up the legacy and refilling the pipeline, because there's a lot of retirements coming up, moving on. So we got to start refilling the pipeline, so to speak, with some new talent so we can keep this industry running. So okay, hey, thank you so much. All righty, and ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this little short episode, okay, of our careers in the water industry and the careers you didn't know about. And what high school you go to?
UHSSC. University.
Oh, that's it. Okay, fantastic. And we should be good. Now, how do you pronounce your last name?
Germisashvilli.
Say that again.
Germisashvilli.
Germisashvilli.
That's
that close?
pretty good, yeah.
That was close. Fantastic. All right. Saba was in the house. Thanks, Saba. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, David Kosminski, and we are here on location at the MDC at Reservoir 6 for their Learn and Earn program. And with us, we have Mr. Stephen Palmer. Hi, Stephen. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you think of the boot camp so far?
Absolutely amazing. It's quite the experience.
Yeah. What sticks out in your mind?
The tours are absolutely amazing. Those are probably the best experience.
Yeah.
And absolutely like the different types of jobs that they have here that you can, see for yourself. And
absolutely. Well, the thing is too, and I don't know, and I'm sure you can tell, the workers that, we've been going around to tours and so forth, and all of the workers in the departments, they're passionate about what they do. They're really into it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so forth. So, so what high school do you go to now?
University of Science and Engineering.
Oh, okay. And now you're a senior?
Junior.
You're a junior, so you're coming up on your junior year, or
Yeah.
Coming up on your
Yeah.
so technically you're just finishing your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you started exploring what career path you might take?
Not really. I have a few in mind.
Okay.
Probably an engineering.
Okay.
Engineer.
Okay.
Civil engineer. Probably.
So did this experience make you consider some options here
Yeah.
at the boot camp?
Absolutely.
And so forth. So you're looking more on the engineering path. So when we went down to Main Street, actually, right at the district main office there, you got to see the engineering department and the GIS and so forth. So what field of engineering are you looking at? Are you looking at electrical, chemical, whatever?
Somewhere between those. Probably more on the simpler side, probably like civil engineering.
Civil engineering, okay.
Yeah.
Now, classes at your high school, what classes do they offer there?
They offer a variety of classes like chemistry, engineering, algebra, and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And some other classes. that you could decide like if you want to participate in those.
Sure.
Absolutely beneficial.
Well, that's the thing, We get to say, obviously we're up here at Reservoir 6 and doing some of the exercises. What did you think of the filter exercise?
Oh,
You built your filter.
yeah. I'm pretty sure me and my partner got first place.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And again, it just gives you a little bit of hands-on experience of what it takes to produce good, clean water and to get it out into the distribution system. So, MDC is a large organization. They serve 8 towns, member towns, with a population of around 400,000 people. So it's a big responsibility, when you look at it and so forth. Not only from the regulatory side, you got to see Bill Sullivan down there. He came down yesterday, obviously, from the State Health Department. He's the head of operator certification. Obviously, he's wants to recruit certified operators. So that's a potential path for you if you didn't want to go to college right now, or you can get a certification, and with the MDC you can get your foot in the door as an operator in training, and they will actually pay for your college. So that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Go from there. So now where do you live now?
I'm currently in Hartford.
You're in Hartford. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So, how did you get know about the Learn and Earn program?
During the summertime, there was a paper that came in the mail,
Oh, okay.
and my mom told me, "Hey, go get the mail. I'm busy doing something." I was like, "Okay, I'll go get the mail." And I went to go look on the mail. It said the MDC company, and
Okay.
I was like, "Mom, what's this?" And she had told me it's probably a business application that you could sign up and potentially learn from, and you could also earn, which is MDC Learn and Earn, which I respected.
Yeah.
I got a lot from that.
It's not too shabby, and
Yeah.
you got your first paycheck today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nothing shabby about that as far as that goes. We got some coin in the pocket. Yeah, exactly. So, what's your plan for next year? Have you picked your course load out for next year at the school?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my schedule is pretty much gonna be set through Monday, Tuesdays,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
I'm going to be having chemistry,
Uh huh.
I think it's algebra,
Okay.
and I'm going to be having some other class that I need to check back in my schedule.
An elective. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the lab tour that we did yesterday? Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do some neat stuff. Robin in the lab she's the microbiologist, and again, that's another potential career. You've got Brian in the lab also that does a lot of the testing and so forth. But it just gives you the amount of testing that goes on here at our water utility. The water that goes out of here. This is Reservoir 6. This is one of the big surface water supplies. We also are tomorrow we're going to go up to Barkhamsted, and that's going to be up at that's huge up there. They got I don't know how many 60 billion gallons in that reservoir up there, so forth. But all that water has to be tested, run through the filtration plant either here or West Hartford, and so you saw the difference between the West Hartford treatment plant and Reservoir 6. The West Hartford treatment plant obviously is the largest slow sand, filter plant that's still operating in the Northern Hemisphere, and you can see the size of it with the amount of filters that they drop the tractors down into.
Yeah.
And so forth. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, we got some more activities today. We're going to run a second run on your filters that you did yesterday, and so forth. We're going to do some. We're going to do some water smarts game today, a little bit, which is my version of Jeopardy. So we'll see how you guys fare on that. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Palmer is in the house, and that concludes this episode of the careers you didn't know about, the future of the water and the way to us and the wastewater industry, and hopefully we can get Stephen here into the future of the water and wastewater industry. So thanks for sitting down for the podcast, Stephen, and good luck in your junior year coming up.
Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future in the wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. And we are again on location here at the MDC Reservoir 6 for their Learn and Earn program. And with us, we have Mr. Anthony Bieszczad. How was that? Was that close?
Yeah, that was good.
All right, fantastic. Hi, Anthony. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks for sitting down. So, Anthony, tell us what school you go to.
I went to Newington High School.
You went to Newington High School. Now, what year are you in now? Are you a senior coming up?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
Oh, nice. So, have you started looking at colleges yet, or what?
Yeah.
Where have you looked at?
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island and Connecticut.
Okay. Whereabouts in New Hampshire?
Southern New Hampshire.
Okay. And where Massachusetts?
And UMass.
UMass Amherst?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then University of Rhode Island.
URI. Okay.
And then Eastern Connecticut.
Oh, Eastern. Okay. Out in Willimantic. Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's a nice school too. So, where are you thinking now for career path there?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. That's right. You signed up for this, good on the Main Street with in the engineering department as far as that goes. So okay. So tell us, how did you hear about the boot camp?
I got an email from my dad about it from a counselor saying that it was like just this one time they're doing it for Newington. So he told me to sign up for it. Okay. So then I went down to my counselor's office and then signed up for it.
Nice. Hey, you got paid, right?
Yeah.
Life is good. All right. So what do you think of the boot camp so far?
It's good. It shows like the different, like how it is and like that it's easy to get into and like you don't need like a like college education to do it.
No, not necessarily. Yeah.
There's a lot of openings, especially since like older people need new people to come in.
Yeah, that's what we're calling the gray tsunami. Or in my case, the bald tsunami, and so forth. Yes, I mean there's a lot of guys and women in the industry that are getting to retirement age, and my whole focus of launching this podcast was basically hopefully a method of trying to fill that void and let high school seniors. I distribute this podcast to all of the local area high school guidance departments. So there's plenty of opportunity in the water industry, the water umbrella, so to speak. As you saw when you're going around to all the departments here, it's huge. You've got engineers, you've got meter readers, you've got construction, you've got biologists, you've got lab technicians, you've got sample takers, you've got policemen here, and so you got people mowing the lawn. So I mean, there's a ton of people that are occupations, and a lot of those occupations you don't need a college education to get your foot in the door. You talked to we talked yesterday. Bill Sullivan from the State Health Department came down. What'd you think of his presentation?
It was good. It was kind of quick, so you couldn't really get a full detail of all of it.
Right. Well, Bill is the head of the operator certification for the State Department of Public Health. Now, the Department of Public Health, DPH is known, is what we call our regulatory agency, and it's the primacy agency of the state of Connecticut. And they regulate all of the water utilities, and Bill's specific forte is he's the head of operator certification. So if you wanted to become a treatment plant operator, depending on whether it's class 1, 2, 3, or 4, you would have to go through Bill, take tests and so forth. Now, Professor Winterbottom, that's co-teaching this boot camp with me, is a professor down at Gateway Community College, and he's in charge of the water management program down there. So you can take some classes down there and basically sit for the state exam. And if you get in there, you're certified, and you can, every water utility, I don't care whether it's a small or large, they're always looking for help. Basically, the types of water utilities that you have in the state, we have basically the investor-owned, okay, which is Aquarion and Connecticut Water, and then we have the quasi-publics, which is MDC here, and Regional Water Authority in New Haven, and then we have the small municipalities, like myself, I'm in Portland, so we have a small municipal water department. So, there's, it's not one size fits all. We go from small to large. So, and everybody is looking for help in that industry. The good thing about the MDC from that standpoint, they have depth in their resources to where for instance, in Portland, we have there's two guys, they have to do everything. Here at MDC, you've got specialized departments that that's all they do. We do the labs, or all we do is the sample collecting, or all we do is the meter reading. So you got to see the command center over there. What'd you think of that?
It was like a lot of like tech with like how they run it and like getting calls in. Sounds like kind of stressful for like being on call 24/7.
Yeah, there's somebody in that command center room 24/7, 365 days a year, because they're monitoring, okay, all of these treatment plants, pump stations, all of their facilities throughout their district town. So if something goes awry, okay, the alarm goes in up there, and they have to call in the appropriate people. So again, delivering water to the public is a 24/7 job. A lot of times you get a situation where when you open up the faucet, you expect water to come out. When it doesn't come out, then Houston, we have a problem. And that, usually either we have a water main break or something like that, as far as that goes. So anyway, okay. So going forward, what do you like to do for hobbies?
I do soccer and track.
Oh, okay. What events do you run in track?
I run 200, 400, 600, and 300.
Okay. God, you're kind of the utility guy there.
Yeah.
And what position you play in soccer?
Left wing.
Left wing. Nice. Awesome. Well, that's good. What's your favorite food?
Pasta.
Pasta. All right. All right. What's your favorite music?
Rap.
Rap? Okay. Who's your favorite artist?
Drake.
Drake. Okay. You're not the first person you're the second person that said Drake on our podcast, so forth. So we should be all set. All right, Anthony, thanks for sitting down. Again, we hope you're enjoying the boot camp, and please consider a career within the water industry, wastewater, water, whatever. We need your guys' help. So thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. And Mr. Anthony Bieszczad was in the house. I killed it that time. Okay, was in the house. Okay, and thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are on location at the MDC Reservoir 6 for the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn program. And in the house right now, Mr. Evan Lawrence. Hi, Evan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What high school do you go to, bud?
I go to Conard High School.
Conard High School. Awesome. Okay, and you're coming to be a senior?
Yeah, I'm going to be a senior.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Have you started looking at colleges yet?
Not as much. I didn't look at it. I didn't start looking as much as I should have been.
Okay. Are you considering college, or are you?
Yeah, I'm considering college.
Okay. What area of expertise are you looking at? What area of study?
Science and math related, but I'm leaning towards maybe biology.
Biology. Okay.
So,
okay.
Or maybe computer science.
Computer science. Well,
Yeah.
computer science is good. What'd you think of the lab tour we did yesterday? With we had Robin in there. She's the biologist.
It was pretty interesting to see what bacteria you might find in the water, and then how you can see the difference between the the water sample straight from the reservoir and then after sanitation.
Yeah, pre-filter, after filter, post, and whatever. There's a lot goes into it. As far as testing, a lot goes into disinfection and making that potable water for the distribution city. Obviously, MDC serves about 8 member towns, so there's about 400,000 people that they're supplying water to. So they want to make sure that when you turn on the water and that water comes out of the tap, it's safe and it's potable. So, what other tours that stuck out in your mind?
I like the sewage plant and the filter in the West Hartford Reservoir.
Okay.
I also like this tour too.
Okay. Yeah, the West Hartford Reservoir, is one of the lowest. I was telling the other guys, that's one of the last remaining slow sand filter that went online early 1900, and that's the largest one in the Western Hemisphere. So that's still in operation. So you can see the size of that in comparison to the size of this filter plant. As far as that, yeah. On the wastewater side, what would you think on the wastewater side on the Rocky Hill plant?
Well, what I found interesting is how they use bugs to break down organic matter and get rid of the nitrogen inside of the nitrates inside of the inside the effluent sewage.
Yeah, and the effluent. Yeah, that's all part of biology, and it's amazing how the bugs do their work. Natural progression, but keeping those bugs alive to make sure they're healthy to do the job they need to do. That's important. So, obviously, tomorrow you're going to be kind of what department are you thinking about working with?
I think I'm going to be working at the West Hartford sewage plant. Not West Hartford, Hartford sewage plant.
Oh, the Hartford sewage plant.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's the big plant down by the river. That's the one or are you?
Yeah, I'm working down there, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's good. Tom Tyler is the head commander down there. In fact, he's the boss of a lot of the folks up here. But he was. He did our podcast, and I think we played that podcast when we were down at the Rocky Hill wastewater plant. So yeah, how did you hear about the boot camp?
One of my teachers told me about it and said it would be a good thing that would interest me.
Mm-hmm.
I told him that I was interested in computer science, but I don't think I mentioned that I was interested in biology.
Okay. All right.
He told me that this company dealt with water. So I was interested.
Yeah. Well, my day job, my occupation is I started out in the water industry. I'm going to be retiring in January, and January I took over 50 years in the business, so it's time to retire. But when I started out in the water department, and then about 20 years ago I became the IT director for the town of Portland. So, I've kind of transgressed into a lot of the technology. What have you been doing as far as technology wise?
Not sure. I did take a class in game and web design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Web design. That is. What were you using? PHP or what?
I didn't really.
Perl?
I wasn't really using. My class was using brackets, but I didn't have a computer of my own at the time, so
okay.
I had to use the W3 Schools version, but it doesn't really. But I couldn't really save my stuff there and put on Google Docs, and my teacher would be able to do put the website up.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think all the schools now are Google Docs. So
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Google Docs, but that's me. Whatever. So
Well, I just had to put the code on there, and then he was able to put the code through brackets.
Yeah. Write the code, sure. And so all right. On a personal note, what do you do for hobbies? Do you do anything for hobbies?
I do taekwondo, cross country, and I practice piano.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I also own a music store, so. So, how long have you been playing piano?
Since 5th grade, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what genre are you playing? More classical or?
I'm learning it, so it's just all from a set of books, just lesson books and such, just to teach me technique.
Okay.
So yeah.
You do some jazz, or you do some rock or R&B?
I learned some jazz,
Okay.
themed music in there.
Okay.
How it works, and then things more classical type
Okay.
stuff. So yeah.
All right. So have you taken lessons?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still taking lessons?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So that's good. So, like I say, I own a music store in Portland. We are a music school, so we have 7 teachers that work for me down there. You know, in all honesty, but I have 3 piano teachers. Go from there. Okay. So as long as we're on the music here, what kind of music do you like?
I'm not sure. Just like, I don't know, maybe like rocks. I don't know. I like the Beatles, basically.
Okay.
Or Queens.
Queen. Okay.
Yeah.
Some '80s stuff. Yeah. There you go.
Like they're pretty interesting.
Yeah. They've been around. So, but that's fine. Okay. So if you were stuck on a desert island, okay, what would be your desert island album that you would listen to all the time?
I have no idea. Actually, like, I don't know. I'd probably listen to anything.
Beatles or?
Yeah, probably Beatles.
Okay, all right. If you're stuck on a desert island, okay, what food could you eat every day?
I don't know. I probably would eat fried rice if I.
Fried rice.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It's load up on the carbs.
Yeah.
Great. So, so you're going into your senior year coming up.
Yeah.
So forth. So good luck with that. We're finishing up the boot camp on tomorrow. You thinking about the department as far as the wastewater plant or the main wastewater plant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent. So anyway, all right. Well, Evan, thanks so much for sitting down with me. Go from there. I hope you're enjoying the rest of the boot camp, and we will get this up and get it on YouTube, so you too can see basically what the future of the water and wastewater industry is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the water and wastewater industry, and in the house, Mr. Evan Lawrence. Okay, and thanks, Evan, for sitting down, and congratulations, and good luck on your senior year.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. And we are live on location at Reservoir 6 from the Metropolitan District for our Learn and Earn program. And with us, we have a special guest, a crew leader operator, Mr. Kevin Premto. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for sitting down. I know you guys are busy and you're running around with like a one-arm paper hanger. So anyway, so tell me a little bit about your day job. We're trying to get new students in here. And
so I am a crew leader operator. In the perfect world, we would have more operators to consider ourselves a crew. But basically oversee operations here at Reservoir 6. We have a capacity of 42 million gallons a day if needed. Right now we're doing around 16 to 20 million gallons a day. But our day-to-day really is ensuring our chemical feeds are functioning as intended.
Mm-hmm.
We're operating within parameters that we have set for pH, fluoride, chlorine, and so forth.
Right.
And ensuring that we're optimizing those processes.
Nice. So, going for how did you get into the water industry? Tell me that story.
Well, I actually, growing up, I had a couple buddies who parents worked at MDC.
Okay.
Not in water treatment, but more distribution and operations.
Okay.
And I did my undergrad at Trinity College, where I was an environmental science major.
Okay.
And one of the requirements in fulfilling my my bachelor's was to have 2 internships in the environmental field.
Okay.
And it kind of was placed on my lap, the MDC internship in water treatment, and kind of really just fell in love with the guys there, the camaraderie that they had at West Hartford Filters when I was a sophomore in college. And Trevor Roberts took me under his wing.
Yes, he's a great guy.
Yeah, and I kind of just ran with it. Once I graduated, I went right into Goodwin, got my certificate, and took the class 4 exam and passed, and fast forward.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, having fun.
You know, Wes Winterbottom, professor, he's co-teaching at the boot camp, but he's part of the Gateway program down there. And in fact, I took classes from him years and years ago. But
awesome.
He's been in the business a long time. And you know, you mentioned Trevor out at the West Hartford plant. Trevor, in fact, was also one of Professor Winterbottom's students years ago, but he is just so passionate about what he does, and he is, he share, our students, we obviously went to did the tour down there as we did up here and so forth, and they just couldn't get over, how passionate is about what he does and sharing, the questions that he asks and so forth. But
definitely,
the water industry it's over as a whole. And that was the whole purpose that I launched this podcast. Okay, is to start to bring younger people into the water, because I'm getting old. I'm going to be retiring in January, and basically after 50 years, it's time for me to go. So we got to start refilling that pipeline. And not every student is meant to go to college, and to get your foot in the door, you don't necessarily need a college degree. I mean, you had one, but
right.
To do the job, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's interesting the lack of knowledge or sharing what kind of industries there are that don't need a college degree.
Right.
And being one as important as water treatment, water services and that, and fire hazard prevention, and just potable drinking water. It's
right.
You question why it's not spoken about more.
Well, exactly, and that's why
that's why we're here.
That's why they were here. The careers you didn't know about. I mean,
Definitely.
it's kind of the best guess. And the thing is, careers in the water industry, it's a stable environment. You've got security. You've got you need boots on the ground to keep everything running around here. Not only from a standpoint of treatment, but operations and distribution.
Yeah. I'd also add that it's very rewarding. You're a part of something bigger than yourself. I played sports all throughout my childhood and as a young adult and in college as well. And being a part of something bigger than yourself and providing for the service to other people, it at least for me, I'll speak for myself. It's rewarding.
Sure. Well, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
I think that whether you're on a soccer team, baseball team, or track team, or whatever, the treatment plant industry. I mean, you're part of a team here as well.
Absolutely.
And to be part of that team and contribute, it's like the old saying, it takes a village,
Yes,
to make it all happen. Especially when you're looking at, customer wise. I think what MDC is 8 towns, right? Correct.
8 member towns and 6 non-member towns.
Yes, because I think you also service us in Portland.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have some connections there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got an interconnection that comes down to Portland. So it's amazing from an engineering standpoint. We're up here on Avon Mountain. We're going to be taking the kids to the tour up at Barkhamsted. But
Yep.
That water flows all the way down through Hartford, East Hartford, and all by gravity.
Yeah.
It's amazing the engineering feat that when it was designed, somebody had the foresight, to build the industry like it is, so forth. So, what sports did you play in college or in college and high school?
I played football and basketball predominantly. In college, I was fortunate enough to be recruited to play at Trinity football. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't play all 4 years due to injuries, but
well, it's the nature of the beast. You know, you get knocked up.
Yep.
So anyway, well, that's good. So and again, it's amazing, in doing this podcast, a lot of the people 75% of the people got in the industry by happenstance, like you knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody, and lo and behold, here you are, and you're in the industry, as far as that, so but going forward, that's what one of the things I'm trying to do. I get this podcast out to all of the area high school guidance counselors to listen to, and that's why they're short. There's it's basically you telling me about your day job, what it does, and how you got into it, and because it gives students a little perspective and say, hey, I can do it, he can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely want to encourage kids in high school. I'm even trying to see if I can be a part of Wethersfield High School's not job fundraiser, but
job fair.
Job fair.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, they're one of our member towns, and kind of just a little more exposure for the kids, because, like you said, college isn't for everyone, and there's a ton of opportunities within MDC, not just being an operator operations, but,
right.
So definitely want to open that up for everyone.
Well, yeah, you need people cutting the grass. You need people, driving the trucks. As far as that, I also, do the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce's. They do a career fair every year at the Wesleyan University hockey rink down there, and I participate down there all the time. And again, it's just a matter of trying to get that word out, because you never know. Who you can attract, and a student comes up, and I tell students all the time, you never underestimate the power of networking, because you never know who you're going to meet.
Absolutely, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know too many other jobs, professions where you can go in 18 months, get your certificate, and get a pretty good paying job right off the bat.
Yep.
And honestly, it's the perfect time right about now. We're in real need of operators throughout the state of Connecticut. So the job opportunity is
I think
there.
Everybody is starving for operators and so forth, and to the extent a lot of them, you're poaching from other utilities. Hey, come work for us.
Right.
And it's, we got to start bringing some younger blood in. Well, wow. Yeah, and the thing is too, it's this industry isn't something that you can outsource. Okay, you need boots on the ground. You got to have people here in the plant, fixing the leaks, doing all of the sampling. The biologist. I mean, Robin. We had a nice tour with Robin in the lab yesterday. So we're going to be running some more samples today. But awesome. I appreciate it. Sitting down. So one of my alter lives, is I also own a music store. So if you got stuck on an island, what would be your desert island album?
Definitely something jazz. I played the trumpet.
Nice.
All throughout grade school and high school. I was in a jazz band,
nice.
The Connecticut Ensemble. So
yeah,
something pertaining to jazz. I can't say anything off the top of my head specific.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Now the other desert island question: if you got stuck on a desert island, what food could you eat every day?
Oh boy, pizza.
Pizza is probably one of the top 5. I asked that question.
You can eat it warm, you can eat it cold.
Yes, you can. Either way, and you can put whatever you want on it. You go from there. So, all right. Anyway, Kevin, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it, and again, this is all part of making kids aware of the industry. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the future of the water and wastewater industry. And Kevin is with us from the MDC, and he is a crew leader and operator here at Reservoir 6. So, Kevin, thanks so much. And we'll catch you on the floor. I'll email you the link when we get it up.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.